Hey there, EverlongMystic here. So today, or this video, is for those of you that have South Node in Aquarius, which would mean you have North Node Leo. And I'm not gonna lie, this one, as I was researching it, it was a little confusing. So, good luck. No, I'm just kidding. Basically, there's everything seemed to, like, every tangent I went down, every rabbit hole, it all came back to knowledge. Either seeking knowledge or relying on knowledge. Just, that's like the main focus. It's like, I want to say, past lives for you have been like, like all sciencey, like, researchers and playing this huge intellectual observer role. You probably most of your efforts being in, being kind of on the sidelines, and all of your efforts being towards, a bigger group, towards the group. But you're meant to be a little bit more of a participant here this lifetime. All right, so what do we want to talk about? Aquarius, South Node. There's so many things. Like, the more I look, do research on these, the more information there is. I can't cover it all, so we're just gonna see what the most important things are that we want to talk about. I'm letting the tarot narrow it down for me. I'm supposed to cut it. Okay, I will cut it. Okay. So we have a Six of Swords here, and there's a lot of information for you about going with the flow. And I mean, you see, like, this boat's on the water, kind of, moving right along, right? It's except that, like, there's different kinds of flow, and some of it is for, like, helps you, some of it doesn't help you. And this is why it was so confusing when I was researching this placement. It's like there's a trap that you fall into of going with the flow, right? And it's basically about you just kind of waiting for your happiness to find you. Well, the universe will just give it to me when it's ready, blah blah blah. Like putting your life on hold, suffering through situations when you don't have to, that kind of thing. Like not participating in in creating your own happiness. So that kind of going with the flow, not so good. Not so good. But then there's like the kind of like being in tune with the universe, right? Being in tune with the universal flow, your universal guidance. Letting that help you along the way that totally helps you, right? That's totally positive. So, and what's confusing is, like, if I was trying to put myself in the position of having this placement, how would I know? And I was like, man, that's tricky. How would you know if you are in the flow of other people's energy or in the flow of the universe? So it was stressing me out. It was stressing me out. All right, stop it. Okay, so we have death. We have death here. So it's talking about what needs to end here. And I want to say there's a lot of stuff. It's like there's a fear of not, there's a fear here of not getting involved. It's like there's a comfort in having a safe distance from people. What else? There's something else. It'll probably come to me. All right. Queen of Wands. This is very cool because we've got the sunflower here that is to me talking about your happiness, and the Queen of Wands, she's a take charge kind of gal, And it's really about your own happiness. And the thing is, the key is you're you're not only supposed to be in charge of your own happiness, but you are meant to bring happiness to others. Oh, cool. So we have the Hierophant here, and this is reminding me of what something I read about how those that have Aquarius South Node, Leo North Node, you have a very unique and very cool connection to the angelic realm. And that is, oh, that's how you're going to know. It's like I don't know, it's like I said, it's kind of confusing, but like you have this connection to the angelic realm, right? And that connection is what's going to help you decipher between being in flow with the energy of other people's wants and desires, or being in the universal flow of things where you can actually enjoy the creative process and make changes with the intention of your own happiness, right? And there is something about inner child here too. There's That's the key to your intention. It's like focus you focus on what you want, right? You want to, you want success, you want happiness, that kind of thing. You focus on what you want. And as long as that focus, that intention resonates with your inner child, then it's smooth sailing. Then you're in that connection. It's like as long as you hold that intention, then whatever knowledge that you think you need will will already will already like come in during the process, right? Because there's this insane focus on knowledge. Like, well, I have to get all the facts, I have to get all the information, I have to wait for the right circumstances and the right conditions, and like that whole scientific mindset. It's like it'll never happen. The right conditions will never happen, and you can end up being like waiting forever. It's like this is not the lifetime for analysis paralysis. And as far as this like inner child stuff goes, um past lives, a lot of your past lives you were, on the sidelines, and you were not in a particular role that was helpful for nourishing your inner child. So that's something that you really do have to work on in this lifetime. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of you are in in environments, especially like your family or whatever, where where it's actually not still not helpful for your inner child, because it's meant for you. You're meant to work through it. Like it could be just having I don't know, like a super aggressive or violence in the family, or alcoholism in the family, or just things, or like, or like having a parent pass away when you were a little kid, forcing you to grow up, or something like that, where it's like a complete challenge to your relationship with your inner child. One thing that can Oh, cool. You have the chariot. So one thing that can actually give you some movement here is really focusing on your inner child. And one of the most inspiring things for those with South Node Aquarius is literally just watching children play. It's you'll be amazed how much you can get out of that because you're seeing an example of how it's done. You know what I mean? Yeah, we have the Eight of Arrows here, and this is the analysis paralysis. Arrows are swords in this deck, and it's you getting all it's you being paralyzed by just always focusing on knowledge and facts and taking that scientific approach. You're meant to be in the universal flow. You're meant to explore creativity. Yeah, that's the new perspective that you need. We have the hangman coming out here. And honestly, oh my gosh. The hermit comes out just as I was about to say, you're meant to become your own best friend. Aw, but it's true. You're supposed to be your own best friend in this lifetime. You're also supposed to be taking some risks to to create your own happiness. And honestly, like the prescription for this placement is actually really cool. I mean, your medicine is to have fun and play. Like follow the fun. Really. It's not about going with the flow of others. It's about having fun and bringing joy and happiness to yourself and others. And it's not going to happen. You're not going to find it, like being some stuffy observer of a scientist or something. You know what I mean? You're not going to find it there. All right. Is there anything else? I don't, nothing else is coming to me. This is it. So really just you're done with being you're going from the observer to the participant who brings happiness. All right. I think I'll just title it that. All right. I hope this helped you in some way and I will see you later. Bye.